I understand that, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, you can't hold something against someone if they're changing and becoming a better person.
In today's video, man, fans expose the Breakfast Club host after terrible interview with N3on. Now, this guy, N3on, I don't really know too much about him, I won't lie. I know his history about being a nuisance streamer, but I guess I'm about to find out more into N3on's world. T-Raw.
N3on got rank out here, boy. He getting people exposed.
Gee. Taking out Breakfast Club.
A lot of backlash and hate for how they conducted themselves during the N3on interview. So in this video, we'll be reviewing everything, exactly what the Breakfast Club asked N3on does get in backlash, and if they cross the line with this N3on interview. My biggest takeaway from this interview, and what I would say represents them the worst, is how unprepared they were. It felt like they were strictly bringing on N3on for clout. Like, it didn't even feel like they were really interested in him. They were really interested in his work. They had any type of general, basic, minimum interest in this kid. It felt like they had zero. It felt like this kid was somebody they were purely bringing in because this kid gets attention. It's media and everybody do that to a point, but it looks horrible on you when the fan could tell. Like, when I could watch the interview and tell, yeah, they didn't do any research for this interview. When N3on could tell y'all didn't do any research on him. It felt like they watched a couple of TikTok clips earlier that day, and that was their entire research for this interview. And that was pretty apparent from the questions they asked him. Like, if you knew floor level information about this dude lore, you wouldn't have asked him certain things. Like, they asked N3on, did he ever apologize to Kai Cenat's mom?
Have you publicly apologized to Kai?
Yeah, like probably like 4 times. And I also DM'd him too.
Have you publicly apologized to Kai's mother?
Yes.
The reason why that question is so telling of the floor level research they did for this interview was because in the same breath, Charlemagne asked N3on about a clip he saw on TikTok with him and Ray, where Ray is pressing N3on for saying certain things about Kai and his mom.
Is that why Kai's man Ray wanted to fuck you up?
Well, I don't think he wants to box me. And
I saw. What was it? Was that
What
Screaming
type
University
of questions
when y'all
are these,
ran into each other?
no, I didn't get invited to Streamer University.
Screamer Prom.
Prom, yeah.
If he would have just simply watched the full clip that he's referencing through, he would have seen in that clip, N3on tells Ray, I've apologized 4 to 5 times to Kai already. This happened 3 to 4 years ago. If Kai was in front of me right now, I would apologize again. I'm sorry about that, man. Like, I would never have done that right now.
We got a 1v1, bro. Nah, relax. What? You gotta say sorry to KC. Nice that. Alright, bro, let's just say so up. You got to bang your knees, like, brother, I've apologized to him 5 times. I DM'd him. I said it was stream 5. You know why I did that? What? Because that shit is so bad. He don't even want to do it. I understand. That shit was so bad. It was like 3-4 years ago, and I'm a lot different now. And obviously, every time, bro, if he was in front of me, if you were high, I would apologize right away. Because back then, I used to. That's not the guy I am now, bro. It's not. It's all good, bro. I'm changing, bro. Okay, if you're the 1v1, let's run it.
When DJ Envy asked N3on, has anyone ever put hands on him? It's as if these people showed up with zero knowledge of who they were interviewing. If you even did the floor line research, I'm not even talking about you do a deep dive to Wikipedia. No, I'm talking about you do floor line research. You type N3on into YouTube or TikTok and see what pops up. You would have gotten the answer to that question before you even asked it.
I tried to have that shock factor, and I was being an idiot at home, but it wasn't.
Nobody ever put hands on you, pull up to your crib, or nothing like that?
I got jumped on stream.
N3on getting slapped by Fusi was probably one of the biggest moments, if not the biggest moment in N3on's career so far. Like, that clip, I believe, had over 100 million impressions.
Boy got slapped.
Yo, you type in N3on's name or N3on drama or N3on whatever into whatever search engine you have, this particular clip is supposed to pop up. Or we can even go beyond this. When N3on and Jack Doherty got into it.
Crazy.
And Jack Doherty and his homeboys ran up on N3on, and they literally swung on N3on.
Like, for my kids.
Bro, those are things that are...
Check it out. 100 years ago, my granddaddy got slapped. That's how we got rich.
Floor line research. It's supposed to come up. Those are not things that you're supposed to go digging for. If you wanted to BS this interview and you search his name into search engines, those incidences will pop up.
Hell no,
It feels as if they came into this with whatever TikTok
couldn't even
knowledge
defend
thing they
himself
had
without
and just
looking like a
asked.
goof.
Yo, this
Damn.
is like going to like
Look at this
Andrew
streamer
Schultz
fight.
and
This
is
look
why
like a
Andrew Schultz got
cartoon
really mad at
battle.
Steiny. Steiny asked Andrew Schultz, have you ever been
Why that
tested?
punch?
If you knew
Shit.
anything, 1% about Andrew Schultz, you would know that's his whole shtick. He gets heckled and does amazing crowd work. People watching recognize that, and they called it out, that they were unprepared and didn't know what they were talking about. And that's what made the other things much worse. You see, I didn't have a real issue with the questions they asked N3on because I understand when you come to do interviews, you have to discuss your life or the things you do. And, you know, majority of the time, the interview is going to be about things that are unfavorable to you. So I don't really have a problem with the questions they asked N3on. However, the questions came across as badgering because they were so unprepared, right? Like, you can't pair up, I'm unprepared, I don't know nothing about you or what's going on, but then I'm gonna proceed to ask you nothing but unfavorable questions about you and drama that makes you look terrible. It's kind of like, okay, so if you didn't really care about my life, then why am I here? Just for you to ask me about drama?
Any further with this conversation? Somebody.
Yeah, man. I think obviously they don't really care about this nigga life because they're outdated, bro. Look at how old Charlemagne is. Look how old all of the members from the Breakfast Club are, bro. They don't give a damn about no N3on. Shit, I barely know his name.
Somebody brought this to my attention a little while ago, like about a couple hours ago. What's the beef with you and my guy Kai Cenat? Because, you know, I'm Team Kai. I'm
Team Kai, too.
I'm
Shout out
part
to
of the
Kai.
mafia.
You're part of the mafia.
Yes.
You're a sub on Twitch?
I don't even know what that
He don't
is.
even know what that means.
Oh,
If he had Twitch, he would be.
You can't be.
That's what we
You
know.
can't
Shout out
be
to Kai.
talking like that
Shout
if
out to
you're
Kai.
not
So
a part of the
few years
mafia
ago,
for real. You're
me and
just
Kai
a
had a little back
talking.
and forth. He said like something little, and I think it, like at the time it pissed me off. And then,
What do you say?
well, I don't really, remember the exact details. This is years ago. I got short-term memory loss. But and then I said something back.
Good PR.
I'm not gonna repeat it. I don't want to repeat it because it was messed up, and I would never say anything like that again.
Do we know what he said?
He
Anybody know?
said it about his mom.
What?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Say what he said, Jay.
You said that you would his mom and that she's a fat Harriet Tubman.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So not only did you disrespect Kai's mother, you
Oh my
disrespected Harriet
God.
Tubman?
Yeah, because like I said at the time, it wasn't really a thing where I just did whatever, what came to mind. Like I was just like the shock factor. Like I wasn't thinking. Obviously,
Hey,
now that I'm
man.
in the real world, now I'm going out and experiencing stuff.
This goes back to what I say, man. You gotta live with the decisions you make. Just because you change a leaf don't mean that your past ain't following you, brother.
For sure.
That's not something okay to say at all. And
How old were you at the time?
I don't know. This was. Does anyone have that? How old was I?
You're 20 now.
You're
so.
20 now, so
This was.
this was before COVID, during COVID?
I have no problem with them asking that question. I feel like that was a fair question. Now, would I have
Yeah, I'm
stopped
not
at the first
wrong
time I
with that
asked
question.
yes? Would I have kept going? Probably not, because they re-asked the same question about like 5 or 6 times, right? Now, what I did have a problem with, though, is Charlemagne the God telling N3on that there was still like a possibility that they wouldn't have interviewed him, or that he did something so terrible that they wouldn't have talked to him, or they would have kicked him out if they really wanted to be jerks, because what he did was that bad. As if the Breakfast Club don't interview rappers who literally diss and smoke on
What?
dead 14-year-olds. As if you didn't interview Gucci Mane. Yo, whatever N3on has ever said about Kai Cenat's mom, I promise you have paled to things that Gucci Mane have said about his ops. You interview Chief Keef. Cut it out, man. All right? Like, the virtue signaling has to stop. What he did is terrible, is horrible. But to say that this will somehow disqualify him from being interviewed by you guys, cut it out, man.
We were really.
Facts. It's so crazy that they would say that because they feel like they're bigger than him. It's ego. Because really, when they have people on, they're trying to be messy and trying to get them to speak on their allegations. That's what the Breakfast Club is known for. So I don't know,
Exactly.
like, what the fuck? Since when is anybody big enough, not bigger, like, did something fucked up enough that they can't be on your platform? If anything, your shit welcomes all type of degenerates, I should say.
assholes.
Please.
You wouldn't have you
playing
up
with
here. And
Well,
as soon as I
I'm
heard
a
about the
name,
Kai
all
Cenat
three of
thing,
y'all.
I told you get the fuck. I mean, disrespecting somebody's mom
Ain't gonna
and then
say
saying
no more.
about
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. If we were really being assholes, They're really trying to belittle you. You'd have told you.
I understand that, man.
Damn, I
I
used
just feel
to
like at the
say
end of the
that
day, you
shit all
can't
the
hold
time.
something
I
against
can't
someone if
even-
you're changing and becoming a better person. And
But how
understanding.
do we know you're changing, and how
Well,
do
you know, you don't-
expect
none
people
of-
to really believe you when you build your whole
I understand it.
platform on being a liar?
Of course, and no one has to believe me. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. But if you actually sit down and watch my streams and understand the growth, then you see it. And if you don't, it's you. It's like at the end of the day, I'm not here to prove anything to people. I can do it the best I can. People could judge me. I don't care. I'm gonna.
I
People always
respect growth.
evolve. People
I
always
respect
evolve.
growth.
But- and if no one wants
who
to-
I was at 21 is not who I am right
it
now,
also
and that's the
takes
same
a-
with you.
it's
I respect.
I respect growth.
evolve.
I already told you that. Already. I
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
growth.
But
Aiden said-
there's no
That's
reason
respectable.
there's no reason for coming for someone for something that they apologized for 5 times,
You've grown.
and it was not the person who I am now, and it was years ago. Like just coming for the same thing just doesn't.
People gonna ask you about it.
Aiden said-
No,
Hold on.
100%. But like bring it up like 6 times. Like come on.
Aiden
Like,
said-
Kai question got asked 43 seconds into the interview. We're now about 16 minutes into the interview, and they still haven't asked N3on anything positive. Now, they continue to ask N3on about a story. I believe he told him,
Bro,
Bradley
you gotta
Martin
know where you
or
going before
somebody.
you go there, gang.
And this story, he pretty much told a story about how his dad had like a cell phone business or a cell phone shop or a phone company, and he hired a lot of black people. And some of the black employees pretty much effed the dad over and robbed him.
Yeah,
Favorite
so
race.
I
Least
wanted to
favorite
ask
race.
you, what is your least favorite race?
I ain't gonna lie, N3on, that's not even a good look. I don't even want to hear you say that. That is not a good look. It just make you seem hateful and that you don't expect anything good out of black people.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. They ask these type of questions all the time. N3on just the one that's gonna answer.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everybody else
trained
go
enough.
around the question or be like, I'm not answering it.
Yeah, he's not
He's just
trained
telling everything.
He's not trained enough. And he's kind of probably irritated because they kept on egging at him.
Yeah.
I don't
And
have one.
be
But he got a
honest.
community though.
Okay, so why was
That's
that
why
a
they messed
question
up at.
that you decided to ask somebody?
You
What
talked
was your
about somebody, an
least
assistant or
favorite
something. What
race?
was it? Assistant that worked for his dad.
Yeah,
and then she was
that
lazy.
he fired. He said his dad fired.
They
one
probably
of
thought
his
once he
black
left,
employees
"That boy
because she
can't
was lazy, and then she came back
Breakfast Club done
after she
slayed
was
another
fired.
one.
and Her boyfriend
I remember
robbed
that.
the
We
store.
got
I
to
remember
tell
that.
Is that a
everything.
true story?
Yeah, I swear it is.
What?
Not
So my dad's
fast.
deep into
That nigga Charlemagne
like
busted out the
phone business.
Thanos
He was
gauntlet,
back then,
like,
and then he got
another
robbed so many
stone.
times, and then he just fully stopped the business. But yeah, that was the actual real situation.
You were only robbed by black people.
no.
Okay.
What?
So you don't have a least favorite race? at
No.
all? Okay.
You know why they asking you that like that? Because the video gave that black people
He
were your least
knows
favorite
where I'm
race.
at. He knows why. we
I know what the
asked
video
question.
says.
Oh, I can play it. I got it.
Damn.
He had asked it was somebody that he was streaming with, and he was like, "What's your least favorite race?" And the
Why
guy
do
was
we
like, "I
gotta
don't
make everything about race?
Wait, who's that streaming with?
This is a clip. I don't know who you're streaming with.
You know, I have a really bad story, but what's your
Tell me,
story?
bro.
Some black guy
That's what
chased
they're
my
known
dad
for.
and robbed him for $50,000.
That was the first one.
Most of the controversial moments come from
I don't mean to be
racist
racist. And another black guy, my dad fired her. She's, they're fucking lazy and just stupid.
Second.
So basically,
Oh my God, that's brutal.
They're playing clips. This is how you know. This is how you know the internet's taking over. Motherfuckers have to go on TikTok to go pull up clips.
Yeah.
God damn, YouTube Shorts. Hold on, where's that short I found?
What?
She came with her boyfriend and robbed him.
They look on Wikipedia or nothing.
You're not capping.
Fake
Hold on.
clips.
Hold on. So you're just like, now you just make assumptions as.
Yeah, then my,
Hey, how you do your research?
See the corny
Bad trolls.
background music playing and
So
shit.
you
So
said
that
a black
was a
guy
troll.
fired. You said my dad. You said a black guy, and you said my dad fired her.
He was a black
You
woman.
yeah. misgendering. He was probably
I think he was
saying.
just so
I'm just trying to figure out how many people did he
Yeah,
insult in that one thing. That's
It
what I'm
was
saying.
two
Couple
different
different.
people or three because you said it was the black person. There was the first one, then there was the second one. The person that worked for your dad, that was a woman. She was lazy, and then her boyfriend came and
man, I need
robbed
some
the
visuals.
jewelry store
Yeah.
or something.
You can't.
Your dad owns a
You're
jewelry
trying to
store.
avoid
So
the
black people are
controversy.
No,
your least
no,
favorite
no, no,
Or
cell
the
phone store.
Cell phone store.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
black people are your least favorite race.
No,
Were they
Breakfast
ever?
Club ain't coming
No.
for you. Had the
Okay.
clips in.
I love everyone. I'm all about the people. I love
How old were
everyone.
you in that
I know
video?
somebody.
Stop playing with my name.
I know somebody.
Like
All
18?
y'all
18 probably?
YouTubers.
Damn, 2 years ago.
I don't think y'all don't understand. Like this last 2 years, it's been like it feels like so much longer. Like before then, I didn't like go deal with anything. I didn't go through anything at all. But
Yeah.
this last 2 years, like it's just like
Your
forever.
life was nice for you not to have to go through.
I'm blessed. You know.
I don't know if it matters in the grand scheme of things, but I did check the date. He was
Good
17
job,
at
N3on.
the time of that particular interview with
I
Bradley
never
Martin.
thought I would see the
I don't
day
know
where
if
I
it
said
matters.
that.
I just checked.
I'm proud of you. You
But
handled the pressure
what I
well,
would
gang.
say is the line of questioning itself, if you put it in an isolated vacuum, is not really that.
He didn't get out of body and start yelling.
They asked the Kai question at the 43-second mark. We're 20 minutes in, and they're still asking him about like racist,
Look at that.
I guess, like history or his racist past or things he said that could be perceived as racist. It's as if they came in with an agenda. Okay, the kid is telling you, hey, listen, man, I said a lot of terrible things on the internet when I was a literal child. I've changed.
Who
I've
hasn't?
moved on. The last 2 years have been
Everybody
about my
grows
growth and
up.
evolution. Ask me about my growth. Are their questions just terrible or out of line? No. If you said it, if you put it out there, you should be able to stand in the fire and take questions for it. But to make a 50-minute interview entirely about whether or not this kid is racist is kind of like what are we doing here, bruh? They even try to hold this kid responsible for what his chat was commenting. First off, boomers, why are you guys conducting an interview while reading his Twitch chat? Because they allow like the Twitch streamers to also like stream it as well. Y'all are conducting an interview while reading the Twitch chat and then try to press him. How
are you going to press anybody about what other motherfuckers saying? We just had this happen to us earlier. Motherfucker coming in here talking about you watermelon eating, chicken loving, basketball egg loving motherfuckers. Are we just looking at the nigga like, what's up, my nigga? What's good? What's up, man? Yeah. Then our moderator came and nuked his ass. What can we do about him? We can only keep the show going.
For what thousands of kids are saying. How is it his fault what they're typing?
That you're telling your chat to chill. I don't give a what they're saying about me. You have 2 black people working for you, 2 employees, and they are spewing the monkey, the this, the that, all the racist comments. And you got 2, like you got a black man protecting your little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your cameraman, black.
Yeah.
You feel me? They ain't got to know me. I don't give a.
Yeah.
But these people are obviously close to you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You gotta love them.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You can't do this shit by yourself.
Bro, what are we doing?
Team's black. A lot of them.
I think my entire team's black.
You know what I mean?
Publicist.
So it's like,
shout out to Brandy.
Right. So. Right.
Why they focusing on this race thing, bro?
You
It's
gotta
still
tell
crazy.
them. But I mean, you can't control.
I told him to chill 3.
You can't control that.
He can.
I feel like
if they love
if I was
him,
Neon, I'd be
follow
like, I'm
him,
sorry,
it's
y'all,
like
but I
he
think
gotta
I gotta
still be the
go.
representation.
Well, of course, you can tell him to chill, but at the end of the day, it's the internet. Like the internet can say, like just like when I was at home, I could say whatever I want. Like there's no like stopping what a live chat says. Like if this was streamed, like there's literally nothing.
That's why when you catch
Never
one
said
of them,
stop him. Just
Them boys just so focused on trying to cancel this thing.
I was ready to say what cracker dumb as
the watermelon.
All right, wait, we can't.
Aiden Ross was watching, and this is when he had enough, so he began to comment. Now, these people, they're literally on
I
their
bet you
phones
they tried to ignore Aiden.
reading Neon's chat while conducting the interview. So they seen like Aiden Ross in the chat cussing their behinds out because at this point you badgering, bruh. You brought up like the racist stuff a couple of times, the Kai stuff a couple of times. Then you bring up this
Aiden,
kid's
man.
chat as if he could control what 32,000 people on the internet is saying in his
I
chat.
always respect when
So
people
Aiden
stick up
Ross
for their
finally went
friends,
off,
bro.
and then that created a
may not
dramatic
agree with
situation
everything you
with
do,
Just
but
Hilarious and everybody
that's honorable.
at the Breakfast Club and Aiden Ross.
One of the biggest.
Get into the chat because Aiden Ross, there's a comment pinned in here. He just commented and said, "Neon, I promise you, they trying."
Oh, they actually acknowledged it.
Talking about who?
In here, the chat is live in the Breakfast Club.
He's shitting on them.
Anyway,
What you
go
talking
ahead.
about?
That's what Aiden.
Well, this is
Ross
not Aiden Ross's interview, so fuck him too.
Wait, hold on. We're all friends, okay? You know, I think.
He pinned, the comment is pinned in the chat.
I think-
I'm in the chat with the W.
You feel like we trying to belittle you, Neon?
I think as you know, we should all come together and all just spread.
Of course, Neon's not gonna say that.
No, wait. All right, come on, that's my guy.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, Harriet Tubman, my aunt, nigga. You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
You're comparing something now to like.
I'm not gonna lie, your chat is wild racist. though.
Yo, they
Right
right
there.
there. They
Fuck
like they
this
bring
black
big.
dick, monkey, watermelon, shit, OG.
I'm literally looking and I don't see any.
Yes. Thank you, Neon, for calling that out. I don't know what the chat was saying, but at this point, you guys are being ignorant. You guys are being the typical type of bad look on our culture, the type of look we're trying to avoid. Shooting out allegations, instigations, calling shit out only to belittle the man. At what point does it end? At one point did we start talking about something productive?
Any of that.
What? It's just they race baiting, just fuck Short hair monkey, they race baiting, fuck.
Moving too fast. Yo,
This is
whoa,
crazy.
motherfuckers was here, they wouldn't say
Shit
it at
corny.
all. That's another
What?
thing about, you know, streaming and just being behind.
You also have to understand this isn't my. This is the internet. This is not just my chat, my community.
Imagine being a multi-million-dollar corporation and you taking the time to waste people's time watching you, talking about a chat that they can't see. Think about it. Breakfast Club is on the radio.
Yeah.
These niggas cannot see the chat. And so now you're wasting their time to hear about a chat that they can't see. See how this is a waste of people's time?
Right? This is the internet. The internet, just like me,
It was a
back
waste
then,
of
would say
time
whatever
from
they
the
want.
beginning.
So this isn't like
That's what I'm
representation.
saying.
They ain't do no real research.
The reality is,
It's not.
I know this is a bunch of kids in here who don't know.
This just looks bad,
But if we were
fam.
really assholes, we wouldn't have had you up here. And as soon as I heard about the Kai Cenat thing, we'd have told you get the fuck. I mean, you know, disrespecting somebody.
Why you?
And then saying,
Yeah, why you keep talking about Kai,
coming.
bro?
If we were really being assholes and really trying to belittle you, we would have told you.
I understand that, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, you can't hold something against someone if they're changing and becoming a better person and understanding.
You know you're changing, and how?
Well, you know, you don't. None.
To really believe you when you build your whole.
I understand it.
platform on being a liar.
Of course, and no one has to believe me. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. But if you actually sit down and watch my streams and understand the growth, then you see. And if you don't, it's fuck. It's like at the end of the day, I'm not here to prove anything to people. I can do it the best I can. People can judge me. I don't care. I'm gonna.
Because of what went on during the interview, like they essentially turned what I believe could have been a positive interview, kind of like a crossover. The streaming world is going into mainstream. They've made the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is really transcending all their competitors. They're bringing on streamers now. It could have been positive, but instead we now have.
Like, imagine, bro, they had built this nigga up talking about the good shit he's doing and talking about how streaming is now not that negative IRL persona that it used to be. That shit would have been big for Breakfast Club. You would have seen Kai come on. You would have seen Aiden pull up. They would have revived their whole shit.
Yeah.
But when you make yourself predicate your mindset being about being messy, you create a reality where you're always trying to be messy. You know what I'm saying? And now it's cooking them. Getting cooked.
N3on and Aiden Ross fans doing things like this, where now they're trying to expose the Breakfast Club and their allegations because they attempted to expose N3on. All right, you know, and they brought up these allegations here by Charlamagne the God, where apparently there's an article about a woman who alleged that Charlamagne the God raped her when she was 15. You know, and they brought up DJ Envy scamming. They brought up Jess Hilarious, you know, and all the insensitive things that she has done, like make fun of Chadwick Boseman when he had cancer and he passed away shortly after. Her going on Instagram and bragging about how she got 4 Muslims kicked off a plane. So we all have done terrible things in our past. If you ask some people on YouTube, bro, when I was a new YouTuber, some would say I'm a menace. Like some would have called me a menace, bro. Right? Yo, some people accuse me of doxing when I ain't really even know what doxing was at the time, to be honest with you. Right? Like people just pissed me off, so you feel me? Yo, we all did things online in our past as content creators that we all probably regret and will take back. Right? Bro, I was beefing.
We have those type of moments, y'all.
12 hours a day. I'm
very
positive
positive people.
Bro, it got my job called. I almost lost my job because of YouTube beefing. Right? And it was toxic, and it was. But we grow and we learn, and
just how my mindset shifted. I don't even remember none of that shit.
Like 5 years ago.
I'll tell you on the stream. Y'all gotta watch the stream to know.
When we were really young, we probably don't feel like it's acceptable right now, but we got to do better, man, at just allowing each other to grow. I feel like when we conduct the interview or when we invite somebody to our space, it has to be in good faith. You have to know about this person, care about this person, you know, care to learn this person. If your entire research team stops at all the horrible things they've done and you don't know nothing else, then you probably ain't do your research. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Do y'all believe they was fair? I don't feel like they were entirely unfair. I don't feel like the questions they asked were entirely out of line. I feel like it was the badgering that turned people off regarding this interview. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? And if you're still watching, click on this video here.
Shout out to Poetic, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't have too much to add. I've said everything throughout the video. You raw?
Yeah, man. Breakfast Club, y'all, man, this was a bad look for y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? That shit would have been lit having the streamers with Breakfast Club. You feel me? Y'all boy getting the views. Y'all getting the listeners on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boy would have been up there. But nah, y'all fucked it up. Tui.
Y'all already know, man. Y'all made it to the end of another video, man. The layout great for y'all, man. We can't do none of this without y'all, man. Binge the rest of the videos on the channel and scan this QR code to keep up with all things VG, man. You already know, man. We're gonna see y'all in the next video, man. We out.